see. Let's see.
Got these jitterbugs out the way. Ready. It's on out the way.
Let's see.
Say, brother Jack, you can hear and see me.
Yeah, I can hear you. See.
Okay.
All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning to everyone. Welcome to the new podcast, the Just Saying podcast, with myself and my lovely co-host, our absent Low as well. Man, we're doing a very special episode. We're very gear up with this new podcast here in the DFW, and I have a very special guest. I consider a guy, a brother of mine. We're both from the same hometown of Mobile, Alabama, and he's making life here in the DFW. I invite him to come on here because I always seen you as a man of expertise. I was seeing you someone of character. I was seeing you someone that's always been a go getter. I was seeing you
Right.
someone who always wanted to make a life for himself and for his family. So that's why I want you to come on here this morning, man. Just talk about all that you're doing, what you set out to do, what you want to accomplish. Because we know we want to have one life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we should
Right.
make the best out of it, no matter what we do. We should want to make the best out of it. So, me and my brother, go ahead and introduce yourself here to the audience here on the Just Saying podcast.
Oh man. For one, man, thank you for having me, brother Jack, man. It's a pleasure and an honor. Shout out to Mobile, man. We here, we live. Well, don't nobody know by now. My name is Isaiah Gardner. From Mobile. I've been in Dallas for 5 years now, man, and love it. It's it's a melting pot of things that that I consider home. But ain't nothing like home, meaning Mobile, but Dallas is definitely a official place for me and mine's. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You got to excuse me, I'm a little nervous, man. It's first time doing this right here, but we're gonna make it the best way we can.
I mean, hey, that's what it's all about, man. Because when you're doing a platform like this, you always want to bring some to the forefront where you are inspiring somebody, motivating somebody. But most, man, bring some great information. Like I said, I mean, when I said when we first got on here, because you always had that mindset. And like I said, we both work for the sheriff department. And when I first started, somebody said, "Man, somebody from the same hometown you from Mobile." And I said, "Oh, for real?"
Straight up.
And they on the day shift. And then I know somebody told you the same thing. Hey, somebody from Mobile from here, man, work here as well. And then before you know it, bam, that was it. But
Hmm.
let's talk about that. I know you probably got that question, man. Why come to Dallas, man? What's so special about Dallas to you? So what was the main thing that made you want to come here out of all the places? Why the DFW?
And I tell you what, Jack, it's funny that you asked that, man. This was kind of like my second option. I look at Houston as, some, near and dear to my heart. You know what I'm saying? I love Houston. That was initially my first place that I really and truly wanted to be at. But man, I do believe the most I be setting them steps for you, in a way that we don't know, like, dang, I wasn't expecting to be here. So, I end up initially, I started in the medical field, as a lab tech, you know what I'm saying? And I had got my degree in criminal justice, and I had a I had a niche for forensics. So, of course, I wanted to come somewhere where I felt like I was needed. And I just said, you know what, man, whoever, give me that call first, I'm heading there. I put in for Houston and I put in for Dallas. Dallas gave me that phone call first, and I was on the first train smoking. And I've been here since January, believe it or not, January 1st of 2020, man.
And that's what's up. And like I said, I know you hit the ground running, and I know you
Mhm.
know law enforcement, and that's something that you
Mhm.
always want to do, or you just like, hey, just give me an opportunity to make the best out of it.
Well, man, truthfully, man, I just, with anything, man, when we go to school, criminal justice is one of those things where it's like, I ain't gonna say the easiest subject, but anybody can get a criminal justice degree. And
Hmm.
I've never, I come from a law enforcement background as far as family. I just myself personally didn't see myself wanting to be, a law enforcement, like in that aspect, right? Just being somebody that want to, pull people over and harass us, right? That's never been my
Right.
stilo. I've definitely had a passion for forensics. I always wanted to solve crimes, and wanted to understand death, and that was my niche. But sometimes you take the good with the bad. So of course, I had to take the law enforcement aspect of things, and kind of change my mind frame and perspective on law enforcement. So yeah, it was one of them deals where I just said, you know what, man, I take this opportunity. Um, got my degree in it, and it just once again opened my eyes. I never wavered from what I felt like a law enforcement officer should be. I never wavered from that. I'm still, hey, I'm for right. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you being in law enforcement, you see, man, a lot of the injustice that does happen to us, people of color. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not right, but that's how that's what it is. We can't run from the truth. So right is right, wrong is wrong. There's no way to butcher that at all. I just felt like, man, with me becoming a part of law, I could be that change. You know what I'm saying? And change the narrative of how people who look like me and you view the police. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want it to always be like, man, you're gonna always have that one that spoil it for everybody who, of course, look like us or aspire to be like us, right? You're gonna have somebody that messes it up for us, right? But once
Hmm.
again, you can still rewrite that book. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
once again, what you have in the platform that you have, you've been in law enforcement hell, people look at you as a inspiration. You know what I'm saying? They don't look at you just as, oh man, he goes another officer. Nah, man, you got a lot of respect. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way that I would love to continue to move as somebody who has that respect from others. You know what I'm saying? By one,
Right.
just by living, by matter of fact, just showing everybody, righteous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. And like I said, I've been doing this work for since 2012. I was doing this work back at the Mobile County
Uh-huh.
Metro Jail. So I've been in this field since
Okay.
2012. And
Hmm.
but be on the outside, we both Alabama boys. We both from the city of Mobile, the mile town they say. And we
Hmm.
know compared to Mobile to here, we know that the population is huge. And I know
Huge, yeah.
when people hear about Mobile, Alabama, they think it's dirt roads and tractors and but
But
did you get that when you first got here when you come from Mobile? Did they tease you
hey,
about me?
I tell you what, Jack, it's funny, we make a lot of noise, brother. They know Mobile. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's for the good or for the bad, you know what I'm saying? Mobile is man, you gotta think about it, man. There's a lot of people that come from the city that still
Yeah,
claim the city. You know what I'm saying? That's known worldwide. So I mean, granted, I think when they think of Alabama, I don't think they just think of Mobile just being a dirt road anymore. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the early '90s, they probably thought, man, we still riding on horses and stuff. But just think about it, bro. Man, sports wise, man, we got the most Hall of Famers, coming from just one metroplex of Mobile. You know what I'm saying? Like you think of that, that's something to be proud of to say, man, I'm from Mobile. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's not just a Alabama is what it's known for.
Right.
Mobile is what it's known for, but it's more positive, things that, just the dirt roads. You know what I'm saying? When you from Mobile, bro, we got the music scene, we got the sports, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of great things that come from Mobile that, man, hey, the South got something to say, man. We got a lot to say, bro. Just know that.
And most definitely, I remember I had C Now. I interviewed him some years back, and C Now is a good dude. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
know that C Now is a
Hey,
legend
shout
for
out to
where we from.
Afori, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, so he's a legend for where we from.
Mhm.
And just he said something very profound one time on the show. He said at that time he was doing music, he didn't take it serious like he should have. Because you
Mhm.
think about it, he should have been up there with Jay-Z and all them. That's how
For sure.
good that he was. But he
For sure.
mentioned that he never took it seriously at that point in time. He ended up doing fair time, stuff like that. And we know a lot of cats from my hometown, not just everywhere. And you see
Mhm.
the people that we grew up around. And you see a lot of them made it. You seen a lot of them fell by the wayside.
Mhm.
You see a lot of cats that grew up in the neighborhood, especially from I'm from West Mobile, so
Okay.
a lot of people I grew up with, a lot of them dead and gone,
Yeah.
and but you see that, you know what I'm saying, and then you always knew that I wanted to be something, and I mean, these you always wanted it to transition out Mobile because I looked at Mobile like this. Mobile is a place where you start at
Mhm.
and you go move around, do your thing. If you decide to come back home, you say, "Hey, I did it."
Yeah.
Did you ever feel Mobile being like that? Just a place where I grew up at, but I'm just gonna venture out.
Well, I come from both of my parents was in the military, so I was born in Germany. So,
Okay,
I traveled as a youngin. So, I ain't get really stationary uh to the crib till like I was really 6 years old. So I had already seen a lot of things um just knee high, So of course, Mobile is Mobile is embedded in me. I feel like I am Mobile as far as what we stand for, you know what I'm saying? Morals and all that. This is because it's what Mobile taught me, So I think righteously until maybe 2018, right after I got my degree, I knew Mobile wasn't gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? Like I
right,
knew I wasn't gonna be able to um make a living like I wanted to because I had goals. I had admirations on being something bigger than just a city. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So, you know, it's easy for us to be content with life. You know what I'm saying? We okay with just, man, hey man, it's home, man. Shit, I ain't got nothing to really, too much worry about, man. Mobile raised me, this is it. But man, when you outgrow your mentality, yeah, you wanna venture off. You got to think about it, man. I didn't even before then. I think the first time I left the crib as an adult, I was maybe 20. I had moved to Atlanta. I stayed in Atlanta for a year, and then of course, the job that I was working, I stayed in LaPlace, Louisiana. By Gonzales and all that stuff. And I never really tripped about just, venturing. I always knew what home was. You know what I'm saying? If I failed at one thing, hell, I wasn't scared to go back home
right.
and be okay. Cause hey, we all know don't nothing beat a failure but a try. And so I think it was to where I was really mature enough to realize, like, man, you know what? I outgrew Mobile, and that was probably 2019 when I just said, man, I knew that I needed to get away from Mobile. I outgrew it. Family don't become family like it used to be. And I think, speaking on that, we I'm big on family. So, once the head is taken out, which I mean, I'm speaking of my grandmother, Lord Russell Soul, Lou Gardner, I think this is, in all our families, when as we say, Big Mama, when she, when that goes, everything falls. And it don't have to be like that, right? But
Right.
that's kind of in my situation where it's like, man, family one family. and I love mine to pieces. You know what I'm saying? Is just that, we all grow, and we're not the same kids as we once were. So it's like, man, you got to mind your own. I don't need nobody really to hold my hand on that. So I just knew then it was time to kick rocks.
And when it's that time, because what God allowed me to transition here was in the scripture, and I know you are a spiritual brother. I know you into the knowledge of self and knowing identity. And what sparked me to move here was in Genesis chapter 12 when the Lord spoke to Abram and he told him to get from everything and go to the land I will show you. Get out your familiar territory. And I came here, didn't know nobody from Adam, but I trusted him to guide me here because once wherever he guided you to, he gonna have everything set up for us. And I was firm believing in that. And you gotta think that's a big, huge step. I never visited here. First time I visited here was 2020. And that's when I put in my application and they offered me the job. That's the first time I've been here in 2020. I never visited here since the year 2020. And people like, man, why here? And you don't know nobody. Hey, I'm like you said, if I don't do it, then I fail. Because I don't want to be that type of dude that woulda, coulda, shoulda. When just take that leap of faith and just do it and see the outcome of it. If it don't work out, at least I can say, hey, I did do it instead of saying, well, I thought about it, and there's no in between. It's gonna be either yay or nay.
Right, right, right. Yeah, and and it's funny that you said that, man. I think a lot of time, man, we fear what we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like we're scared to take that leap of faith like you did, and it takes a lot of, you know, I would say it takes a lot of courage to do what you did. Um, and because if you don't step out on faith, bro, man, we don't. Hey, a lot of us, man, we content. We okay with being in our current situation, man, and it take a lot for a person to do what you did. Hey, with knowing nobody for one. Secondly, just man, I'm finna step out on faith, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Well, hey, hey, whatever these feet plant, that's where I'm gonna go. And it takes a lot, and I definitely can understand that, bro. I'm the same way. And yeah, you said a lot. Just to pick it, turkey back on what you said, as far as being a man of understanding. You know, yeah, I definitely truly know who I am and what I am. And don't have no misunderstanding about it. It's one thing you can always do, man. If you don't love yourself, man, how you expect somebody to love you? You know, I you have to know who you are as a person, man. That's the big thing. You got to know who you are as a person, man. I really thank the Most High for allowing me this opportunity to know who I am, bro. So
And you know what? And that's what it's all about. You what they say, you never the best time to me is when you had that time by yourself. Because you had that time by yourself, that's when you get that time to know who you are and get that time to know yourself. And a lot of people miss that. They miss that mark of I gotta be around somebody, I gotta be with somebody. But
mm,
the best time to me right now is by myself because I can learn by myself and get to know who I am, but most importantly, develop and grow as a man. Because I remember years ago when I was living back at home, this it was father and son. They would have a conversation at their restaurant, and he told his son, he told his son, he said, "I'm not a grown man. I'm a growing man," which means he told it in a way. He telling his son, "I'm always learning. I'm always growing. I'm always developing." When he said he's not a grown, because he feel like if you say grown, I know it all. But he telling his son, "Hey, I don't know it all. I'm growing." And when he said that, that resonated with me because we supposed to grow and we supposed to evolve, and some people don't.
mhm,
But in order for it to excel, because life is what we make out of, right?
mhm,
And how we see it. I mean, to the eyes of God, how we see life and what can we say about it. And instead of letting life pass us by, but just getting out there and stepping off into them deep waters and like Peter, get off that boat and walk on water. And that's what I look at: get off the boat of Mobile and walk on the water here in a DFW. And I believe this too, G. Once you get serious, and I said this on the show before, that's when everything started coming together. Because everything, it was, to be honest with you, it really was a smooth transition for me. It wasn't no rough transition. My apartment was already set up. The money was already there. So I didn't have to scrape and say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And when I transitioned from Mobile to here, man, it was a smooth transition. I didn't skip a beat. I didn't miss a meal. I had a roof on my head. And I just look at once you become serious, when you make up your mind to be serious. And I heard a man of God say this years ago. He said, when you get serious, that's when God comes sit with you. And I had that moment. It's like when you get serious, man, God will come sit with you, and He'll just open up doors for you, and you just walk right into them.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, you said a mouthful, brother. Definitely said a mouthful with that, man. No, that a long time it be the best, because you don't really find out who you are as a person, man, until you done went through some things and you had that moment where it's like, man, it's either you in fight or flight mode. You know what I'm saying? And I know where I come from, man. Hey, I'm gonna fight my way through some things. I don't wanna just, man, just because life get hard, man, I'm just and it's over. Nah, I've never thought like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those deals where, I have to sit down. I have to sit in my crap, as we say. The real term we would want to say, man, sit in your dookie a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And just realize the mess that you made. And a lot of that comes with accountability, man. Man, I realize, man, don't nobody owe me nothing in life. You know what I'm saying? That the hand that I was dealt, man, it's one of those deals, man. We all get the same 24 hours, the same 7 days a week. It's what you do with your time.
Yeah.
You can you either you're gonna allow yourself to mope around and be like, man, but dang, man, man, why God gave me this life, man. Hey, I ain't blaming the Most High for none of my troubles, dog. Because at the end of the day, I can change, I can rewrite everything that I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like I can rewrite everything that I want to. That's how much I believe within myself. With the help of the Most High Himself. You gotta have that faith in yourself to know, man. Like, hey, man, hey, it's gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel. Hey, the rain don't always last forever. You gotta have that, man, a glass half full mentality, bro. Because it's so easy to, man, to get drawn out in our problems, and we just think, man, it's the end of the world, man, because something happened. It's just, man, prime example. I never forget. I had lost my job because I was in the medical field and I had somebody allowing me about a situation
Hmm.
occurred about some labs. I draw some labs for somebody. They mislabeled the stuff,
Oh.
right? So of course, you know how that could have went. She not one time, had my back to say, well, look, I asked him to do it. He drew the labs. Oh, I messed that up. You see what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
because I drew the labs or whatever, and then didn't do my part because once again she just asked me. I'm already dealing with my patients, but she asked me, "Hey, this was a hard stick. Can you come draw this labs for me?" Right? I did that, and she had somebody else moving so fast, and when it came back, of course, all this other stuff, HIPAA, of course, this is what they tell you. But I'm working for an all white agency. I'm the only black though. You know what I'm saying? So you know how that could have went. Well, I got fired. Well, guess what? I was always working like a doggone Hebrew slave, man. I always had two and three jobs out, just working. And so, of course, they wasn't the breadwinner as far as, the amount of money I was working, in the medical field. I was working at Best Buy and at the time. So I had that this was seasonal. I'll never forget it was right before Christmas. And I still had my seasonal job, man, but I ended up getting a job at Mobile Infirmary like 3 weeks after I got fired. And I never questioned like, man, how the hell I'm gonna make this money back? I just always had that that thought process, man. Hey, some good finna come out of it, because once again, the way I was done wrong. Didn't even have the opportunity to defend myself with it. But it just I've always had that mindset, man. Hey, man, bro, just because one door closes, man, it's gonna always be something that's gonna open better for you. And that's what it did. It just allowed me to know, you know, who I was as a man. You know what I'm saying? So I never been that type to just want to just sit in my own crap, and feel like I gotta mope around and feel like somebody owe me something. That ain't never been my motive to do things.
Right. And I know. I mean, I know you gotta hustle by yourself, and I know you constantly a grinder. You know what I'm saying? You constantly putting in that time and a half on a regular basis,
For
and
sure.
you always had that mentality. We see now in our generation, we don't see much of that in our generation. Um, we see the generation now where they want stuff handed to them instead of just getting out there working for. Where we come from. In order for you to be successful, you had to go out there and get it. You had to go out there and put in the work and put in the effort. So when you hear the word grind, G, what does that mean to you? What keeps you
Ooh,
going? What keeps you rooted and grounded? Because we know nobody's
man,
not gonna give us anything. You got to go out here and get it. I got to go get it. So
man, man. When I think of that word grind, I think about the wear and tear on your body, bro. I ain't gonna lie to
mhm,
you. I think about the wear and tear on your body. But just think about what a grinder does. It just what it tears down that meat, it tears down whatever is that's a grinder, right?
right,
And that's what I personally think of grinding, man. Man, we just putting the overdrive in and whatever it is that we want to do. And you could take that in a positive way or a negative way. I tend to look at that grinding aspect of, hey, yeah, I'm putting in that overtime on my body, but some good got to come out of it. I ain't saying, because where we come from, working at the county, at one point, man, you was allowed to work 7 days a week, 7 16s if you wanted to. And guess what? We was doing it. Some of us was doing it. I'm talking about 7 days a week because because it was so plentiful. The opportunity has always been up, but man, here it is, bro. Look, you done probably did 2 weeks of working. It's 14 days, right?
hmm
But when you think about the doubles that you done pulled, it's like 18 days of because of coming in your off days and stuff. And that's what I was doing, coming in on my off days,
yeah,
working
I know.
doubles. And but man, after you finish from that grind, you were like, damn, I'm tired. Hey, you on your feet, bro. They think that we got it made. They think that, hey man, we babysitting and woo, woo, woo. They don't understand like the constant. Hey, we got around. It's 30 minutes. Hey, we constant. Like, damn, bro, I just did a round. Look, you're tired, and that's what I think about that. But now, fortunately, with me becoming a deputy, I don't have to grind as hard in that aspect no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them
Right.
deals where it's like, hey, you gotta I climbed out of that rim, right? I ain't gotta do the 30-minute rounds no more to go get my money. You know, it's more so now, I'm very thoughtful in how I maneuver. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I like to live now. Man, at one point you couldn't pay me to call off of work to just have a mental day. Shit, now, hey, I ain't coming to work today. I need a mental break. And it's just that you need that though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because man, especially in this field, bro, man, especially how hard we work and the things that we deal with on a regular, man, like hey, it'll break you.
Yeah.
It'll
It will.
break you mentally. And hey, more so mentally than it is physically.
Oh yeah. And I right there with you, G. Cause like I said, man, being healthy, that's the main thing. Make sure I'm eating foods properly. Not too many people didn't know. When I went to my doctor a couple of months back,
Mm,
I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic. A lot of people don't know that.
mm,
So
okay.
when I
Mm,
got that was that when he told my doctor, you're a type 2, right? I said, no. He said, yeah, you're a type 2. But I'm not to the point where I take insulin, it's reversible.
right,
So,
right.
you know, when I excuse me, but when I got that from my doctor, I take that as motivation. So that motivated me to work out, get the weight off, make
Yeah,
sure I'm eating properly because, especially for the Most High, anyway, we're supposed to be healthy anyway. Because
for
it's saying in
sure.
this word that we're supposed to prosper in our health, and that's a lot of things we don't think about. We don't think about our health, and a lot of people, I'm chasing this bag, I'm chasing this bag, but you gotta know what's going on with this body, how your health wise is, and when you're not
Ooh,
healthy, man, that
ooh,
affects everything when you're not healthy.
ooh,
Your sex drive, your everything.
ooh.
I'm just saying.
Hey, hey, let me. I gotta, man. Look at here, bro. And this is so real. See, everything that man, me and you been so transparent, bro. We've been doing this. I'm talking about this having this conversation. Since we known each other, right? I've
Right.
always known like one thing about it, you're gonna have your beetroot. Hey, whether you finna throw it in your water, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we do this been how we been doing. Look here, bro. Hey, I got mine right here right now. I got my vitamins on deck, ready to take them things, man. Hey, health is wealth, man. I don't care what nobody tell you, bro. Look, I'm in my mid 30s. I'll be 36 on the 1st of September. You know what I'm
Yeah, man.
saying? And here it is. Look, I ain't like to take no damn vitamins. Hey, vitamins, man. Look, no Flintstone vitamins. Man, who am I taking that? Who cared about that? Because one thing for sure, to certain, man. If look, your mama, your aunties were gonna make sure you ate them greens. You make
Yep.
look. You want to be like Pie, baby? Go ahead, get you some of that spinach. That's good for you. That's the stuff that they were telling us. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm talking about get your. I'm talking about get you right. But
Right.
it's once again, we don't realize like now we don't. A lot of us don't take our health serious.
No, we
And
don't.
like you just stated, you just went to the doctor a couple months ago, and luckily our praise is that your stuff was reversible, right?
Right.
It's a thing, same thing with me. You don't be realizing like my A1C, and I can share this with you because we talking about it. Mine was like at a 6.7, so I think I was probably borderline or hypoglycemic. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So it's one of them deals where hey, but I'm short. I'm staying 5 foot nothing. I'm 220. You would think, hey, I'm rock solid. Nah, buddy. Hey, you got that short stature, baby boy. You ain't supposed to have all that weight on you, man. And you don't be realizing like, dang, I ain't got no complications. Hey, my rod still work. I ain't have no kind of problems or nothing like that. But just think about the other things that you messing with, man. You got high cholesterol.
Exactly. I
I
had
gotta
that
talk
too.
like that. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, damn, bro, you high cholesterol. You know, damn, man, what I'm doing? You look, I'm on the verge. I could have a damn heart attack. You know what
And
I'm
that's a
saying?
solid
Clogged
killer.
up, silent. Clogged. Look, I'm 35. Damn, what I'm gonna do with a damn heart attack? But this is the thing, man. We ain't eating healthy and you working so much, man. I didn't realize like. Man, when we work 16 hour shifts, brother, man, we ain't getting number maybe what 3, 4 hours of sleep max because we got to be back at work again. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But your sleep, that sleep deprivation, bro, is for real, bro. Like, man, you don't realize like when you're not sleeping, you're not getting the amount of hours that you need to sleep, and you're not eating with that how much that plays into man, you killing yourself, and that just goes back to that grind. You don't be
Yeah.
realizing like, man, we be so quick to want to get this bag, go, hey, we want the bag, but we don't realize what we sacrificing.
Oh
And
yeah.
I will say this too, man. I sacrifice family time. I done sacrifice my time with myself. And I gave a job more of me than I did family. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And even with that, man, you sacrifice your health and you don't even realize, like, man, hey, man, we could be replaced today or tomorrow, bro. You know what I'm saying? If we was to croak over. And this is why it's like right now, man, I take that, man, I'm gonna take off today. I don't mind. I got the sick time to do it. I don't mind calling off, man. I need them. It don't matter. Just to have that third day of, man, I'm finna chill. I'm gonna get my mental together. That it means a lot and it does your body so well to the point, man, if you do it once a month or having you a 3, 4 day weekend, bro, like, man, hey, your body, it does your body some good. That make you
Yeah.
wanna, hey, I don't mind going to work and pulling another, hey, I could pull me four 16s back to back, back to back, and it ain't did my body no bad because now I know how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, man, it's a method to the madness in everything that you do. You just gotta have your plan to do it. Uh, like I told you, it took for me to lose something, to lose, to lose the family, to lose yourself because you working so much, bro, man. Like it just take for you to just realize, like, man, I lost a lot just because I'm on the grind, 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 bro. And you don't realize how important the family, yourself matters, bro. You
It
know.
does. It really do. And you're right about that. And as you were sitting here talking, because I've been divorced since 2017. I was married at one time,
Me too.
and I was divorced. I got divorced in 2017. Be honest with you, I'll be honest with you, G. Since we're being transparent, what I know now, I would never got married in the first place
Mm,
because marriage is not about how the woman look. I mean, yes, my ex-wife is beautiful, and yes, my ex-wife was a great woman, and I wasn't there spiritually and mentally, if that makes sense.
I'm with you.
And because marriage, I look at now, G, man, marriage is more, it's not all about, man, oh man, she look good, she's sexy and stuff. It's all about what's the plan? Where we going? How we gonna lead this family? How we go? That's what I never looked at until now. Cause I never looked at it back then. I didn't like, man, Christ said this in the parable. Have you sit down and consider the cost before you just get up and do? Have you sit down and consider the cost? Yeah, we read the scripture numerous times, but I never applied the information. And the more thing is, I look at marriage relationship. It's not all about the sex. Yeah, sex is part of it, but if we just got sex, what we got at the end of the day? Yeah, you can be
Okay.
good in bed, but what we got at the end of the day? What
All
you,
right.
you
So if you don't mind me, brother, and excuse me, man, you said a lot.
go ahead.
You said a lot, and if you don't mind, because we both been through the same situation, and I gotta interject if I may,
Go ahead.
because I'm gonna tell you this. Yeah, I'm at a place in my life. Looks might not be everything, but I will tell you this. I need my girl to be my eye candy for me.
Yeah.
Um, but I also need her to know and understand, man. Hey, my my wife, spouse, girlfriend, whatever, whatever. She don't. It's not her duty to make me happy.
Right.
Zay got to make himself happy, right?
I
Because
agree.
if I'm not happy, if I'm not happy with them myself, how can I expect you to come in and build my damage behind, man? I can't expect you to do any of that. It's vice versa. I think a lot of the times, man, our beautiful sisters be, expecting us to make them happy. It's just prime example. You remember they used to say, man, happy wife, happy life. Man, that's the dumbest shit they could have ever told us, bro. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. If if all I'm doing is just catering to her needs, when I'm gonna have time for me? When is it gonna ever be about me? And I'm supposed to be, guess what? The head of this household. Hey,
Right.
I'm gonna be. I have to be the. I feel like I have to be the reason why this shit is floating the way that it's floating. But if I'm always, man, hey, man, just because you get in a pity party and I gotta, okay, baby, I'm sorry. Let me make this better for you. Man, you know what, man, how damaging that is for you as a man? Because now you at your lowest point. You feel like you're doing everything right. But guess what you're doing? Man, okay, babe, I got you. It's just because you do a pity party. And this is why I say, man, it's not her duty to make me happy, and it's not my duty to make her happy. Man, when you both can come in, hey, we're happy with and content with yourself, man, do you know how strong y'all and valuable y'all are as a team, as a unit? Guess
Right.
what? I done gave her something to look forward to. Okay, I know my man he's a man. This ain't no man who's professing to be a man. This is a man. You know what I'm saying? Because man, anybody can tell. hey, man, words don't mean nothing.
True.
I could tell you, Jack,
Oh,
I
it's
love
true.
you, bro.
Most definitely.
I could tell you, man, I love you, bro. Man, nigga, show me you love me. Hey, Christ
Yep.
said that. Hey, matter of fact, what he say, man, if you love me, show me that you love me, man. And I'm shot from the hip. But he really said, man, if you love me, you keep my commandments. That's what he really said. But that's an
Yep.
action.
That's it. Action.
Sh-
Action.
Show me you love me. So, when you come to now, I understand. I don't say this, and shout out to Key. I say that's I don't regret being married. I don't regret um spending that amount of time because I can't take it back.
Yeah. Right.
Them years of, and I'm not gonna ever, you know, um, try to talk down on my marriage to nobody to make myself look like I just was this old wholesome
Exactly.
man.
I
I'll
know.
never
Right.
do that. Because I think, at the end of the day, man, I think, man, we got to be accountable with everything that we done,
I agree.
in a relationship. And so, I feel like I was part of the reason why my marriage went the way that it did, because for one, I didn't have the proper guidance on what being a married man was. Once
Mm,
again, I thought that, hey, having a happy wife, happy life was the key to everything, but in actuality it wasn't. I feel like I
right.
didn't give us something to respect in that aspect because of that. I feel like I failed in that room. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
From
I know what
from
you're
that.
saying.
I, I probably gave her everything else, to compliment sexually, emotionally, all that stuff, right? But I don't feel like I feel like I failed her just being a husband, um, by giving her the not, just always catering to her needs when shit didn't go the way that it's supposed to
Hmm.
go.
Right.
So that's why I feel like I failed as a man. Now I can't settle. I won't settle. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I'm hell on wheels right now because of where I'm at mentally. Man, hey, I know I'm the bigger prize. And it's not to put myself on no pedestal or nothing like that, but no, as a man, as men, we don't even value ourselves as that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't put ourselves on that pedestal to know that hey man, we're gods.
We are.
You know what I'm saying? We don't even put ourselves on that pedestal, to know, man, hey, the most High God told us that, man, we're gonna be the head and not the tail in this thing.
Yeah.
So it's one of them things. Once you know your value, man, I feel like the type of women that we do attract, because hey, you are what you eat, my boy. Just know
Oh
that you
yeah.
are what you eat. Hey,
Exactly.
you are what you eat. So when you attract bullshit, 9 times out of 10, you're a bullshit person yourself.
I agree. You're right. All
You
right.
know,
Because you're right. You're right about that, G. Because if you're an inconsistent person, you're gonna draw in an inconsistent person. Well, I take that back. If you're an inconsistent man, you're gonna draw in an inconsistent woman. If
hmm
you, like you say, you are with G, right? You
hmm
know what I'm saying? Bird, we heard this back at home. Bird or feather flock together.
for sure.
So that's why I enjoy this time of when you're with people. So people who always want to, I gotta be with somebody, man. Like the other day, I was at the restaurant. I live in Arlington, and I was at this
Mm,
sports bar, and it was a nice little waitress. This guy just kicking on the show, and
mm,
the waitress. You know how people be looking at you? They just be looking at you and stuff. So the girl came, a nice, attractive, brown skinned girl came up, and she just wanted to talk, and she was like, are you waiting on somebody? I like, no, I'm having lunch by myself. She like, you eat by yourself? She was trying to see was a female counterpart was gonna
right.
join me. So
Mm,
I said, no, I'm just man, I treat myself. And like I told, I went to go see Superman the other day by myself. You went to the movie by yourself? I said, yeah. I mean, I do that sometimes because
right.
I'm in this season. I remember, man, I'm gonna tell you this, and I never told nobody this story. I remember years ago, man. I don't God use anybody
Mm,
to speak to you. I remember I was at work years ago, and this guy spoke to me, and he didn't know me from Adam. And
mm,
this when I had my wedding band on, and he said, you got married. I do it back in, I guess, like 28, probably like 16, but got divorced at 17, so probably about 15 to 16. But anyway, he said something. He said, you got married out of season. You weren't supposed to got married yet. God wanted this time with you and him, and you got married out of season. You weren't supposed to got married yet.
mm,
And this dude didn't know me from Adam. He didn't know my situation. He just said, "Man, the Lord told me to tell you, man, you weren't supposed to got married yet, because God wanted this time with you and him. But He forgave you for what you did. He
mm,
merciful for that." And I never told nobody that testimony. I
mm,
never shared that story with nobody
mm.
because it was on point. Because I didn't know who Furman was. That makes sense.
Yeah, oh man, bro, I'm
Because
with you. Most definitely.
God had the Most High. I don't want to say God because that's just a title, but we know His name.
Mhm.
But the Most High had to work on me, and I understand because yeah, think about it, G. And I know you are a man of faith, and you're a man of the Word. We know that the Most High did a decent order. He developed Adam first before Eve. He even brought Eve into the picture.
Mm.
Cause he equipped Adam first before
For
Eve
sure.
came along. But a lot of
Mhm.
times we be in this flesh and we get lonely and we miss the process. I understand God once said it's not good for man to be alone. But getting back to what I was saying, when that guy spoke that to me, that was on point because I didn't know who I was. God
Yeah.
had to develop me first before I go off into that season of becoming a husband. Because when you're a husband, you gotta be a leader, you the head, you gotta be a visionary. Matter of fact, you gotta be the king, priest, and the prophet. And I didn't understand that. But he said, man, you know what? God forgave you. He said, man, God forgave what you did, but you weren't supposed to get married yet.
Yeah, yeah, I don't agree with what he how he tried, to try to tell you he forgave you. Man, hey, marriage is honorable, brother.
Yeah.
Marriage is honorable. So man, that's a topic for another discussion. I'm gonna stay on. Forget it. I'm gonna just say it. I get what he was trying to say, but brother, I'm gonna tell you what. Only you know when it was right for you. You did what you felt like was right at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. It for us as men, we already be knowing when she the one, when we feel like she the one. It don't take no 4 or 5 years to know, man, if this woman the one, man. 9 times out of 10, man, when we first encounter a woman, it's something that she would have done to us to make us be like, dang, what is love? I don't know what it is. We still trying to figure it out, and it's like, hey, I think she gonna be the one. After you done did your due diligence. You done did your background on her. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. My marriage taught me, man. It taught me to look. It taught me to look. I'm gonna do the background investigation on your mama, your daddy, your
That's what I'm saying.
grandmama, your granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like shit. I ain't in the mode of selling. I look. I'm gonna eventually get this marriage thing a shot again,
Oh yeah,
but I got to do this thing right. So
exactly.
I I get what Buddy was trying to tell you, but it's not for him to tell you that, man. Oh, God, this is, man, malarkey. Anyway, because guess what? Because guess what, brother, man? It tells, like, straight up. It tells you that, hey, man, when we find it, the wife, we find it a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You felt like that was, hey, at that time, you felt like that was the right thing for you to do. You were just trying to do everything decent and in order according to the word. I don't blame you for doing what you did. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, you did, hey, you wanted to make sure, man, that covenant was right with the Most High God Himself. So guess what? If you being married was what you felt like you did, hey, I would have approved it. You know what I'm saying? That it's not to say that you wasn't supposed to seek counsel first. I'm not, and that's another thing that we tend to forget how important to have, you got to seek counsel, regardless of when I say seek counsel, I don't, whatever some people don't believe or think how me and you think, right? So some people, hey, it's okay to go to counsel in the beginning of y'all relationship to see, hey, if this thing is gonna be the right thing to do. I feel like that's the best thing to do because hell, guess what? When it's my time to get married, guess what? I'm gonna go seek counsel first. So,
Yeah,
because what we may think is the right thing is not always the right thing. Because sometimes, man, we don't think with this head, we think with this meta
you're right.
head down there,
Leads to the
so
world
we,
trouble.
yeah, it does. So, we might be just thinking lustfully and instead of what, is aligning up with his word. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you what we tend to forget. Your woman's supposed to be your friend. And it says this and in the book of Sirach, it's Ecclesiasticus. For those that don't know, this in the Apocrypha Bible,
I
the
got the
Bible that
apocryphal.
you know what I'm saying. It tell
Yep.
you in Sirach, hey, it tell you, hey, if you gotta prove you a friend first. You know what I'm saying? Like this is why the word tell us to not fornicate first. You know what I'm saying? Because then if you do fornicate, it tell you, hey, if you lie with this woman, you're supposed to marry her. That's what
Mm,
it tell us to do. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you did, hey, you gotta go ahead and marry that woman. That's law. It ain't my words. That's biblical. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But this is why they tell man, and speaking on that, man, sex changes everything, bro. Man, just imagine, hey, because we can come down and lay that pipe down and you wonder why the girl crazy. But you don't want to look, you don't want to deal with her no more. Now you look, you done did your due diligence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now you wonder why she want to bust your windows out the car. If you knew that this not what you wanted to deal with, you should have left her alone. This is why I say you got to prove prove y'all are friends first. You know what I'm saying? You got to court. You know how the old folks tell them, man, you don't court. You got to court that girl. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You got to court. Hey, that's what courtship is, because it ain't a such thing as boyfriend and girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Man, how the hell we gonna be in our mid 30s and late 30s and early 40s talking about, oh yeah, this is my girlfriend, y'all. Man, what kind of bull crap is that, man? It's this is why you gotta, man. Hey, and women used to get upset at me because I said, man, I would value my friendship over the term girlfriend, because of some fact that friendship hold more value than a boyfriend girlfriend. Yeah, you got girlfriend. Look, you got girls that call it because that's my girlfriend, but in a meaning of she's a friend that's a girl, right?
Right.
This is the title that comes with that. I'm more of a man. Look, I'm a Southern gentleman. That look, I want a friend first. Let me, because when we take that friendship, we take that to heart. As a friend, guess what, Jackson? As your friend, I ain't gonna allow you to, man, to go across the street and I see an 18 wheeler coming and I don't tell you, Jack, get your ass up the street. I got a lot of love for you to tell you that. If you were my friend, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't do anybody like that, but I'm saying shit, it's not going, oh shit. Oh well, you should have seen that. It's a
Yeah.
difference between, this is the value of everything. I
Right.
think, when you take that word friend, it's just like, man, I don't play about telling a person I love you. I don't just say it, it's to say it.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Because man, once again, love come with action. And I'm a
Yeah.
firm believer, man. Look, if I don't mean it, I ain't got no need to tell you that I love you. My actions is gonna show. You're gonna know that, man. Like, man, that's my brother. I love that dude, man. A righteous dude. You gonna see it, man, because we smell bullshit from a mile away. You know what I'm saying? When somebody genuinely rock with you or they
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things where you have to be on point on.
That's
And
it.
this is why I harp on friendship. And it just goes back to biblically, man. When you're dealing with a woman or a man, hey man, prove that person first.
Yeah.
Prove that his trust and loyalty. You know what I'm saying? To see if they're gonna rock with you like they say they do.
Yeah.
And
I'm
that's
glad you
just what
brought
I'm.
that up. Go ahead and
Mhm.
finish.
No, no, no. It's just I'm big on friendship than I am just a title. And a lot of
Right.
people don't even understand, like, man, and even then too, man, a lot of time, man, when you do become boyfriend, girlfriend, shit changes. You lose how to be a friend. You lose the value of the friendship. The things that you used to could talk about, man, it becomes so taboo to the point like, yeah, I don't even want to talk about it with no more. Because now you got, what, you shouldn't even be talking about no broad to me. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that and that. But dang, man, when you was my home girl, and we used to sit there. Oh, you see that? Now look, man, how booted, man. Look at that BBL is not matching no thighs. She look like an ant. Now we can't look. Now it got to the point where, you just looking at all that dude back there. Shit, that's what we used to do. We used to sit there and talk about. That's what you like. You can go with her. But damn, you was my home girl first, bro. Like, and we can't talk about it no more. This is where the value of the friendship has lost because, man, we feel like, man, because that title of boyfriend, girlfriend, man, it's so watered down, bro. And this is why man, I ain't a boyfriend. Mm-mm. Man, we until the day I said, man, let's get married. That title that I want before boyfriend, girlfriend, bro.
Right. I mean, I
You
like
know,
that. I mean, go ahead.
it not, and that's what you know, you gotta stand on.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, because that's important. Because you said some as you was talking, the friendship aspect, the bonding, the
Mm,
the chemistry. I mean, the purpose of a relationship is to relate. We have to relate. Even the scripture says, "How can two walk together except they agree?"
separate. All right, then.
And we don't have, like I said, you brought up something. We don't have these conversations, like these deep conversations with our significant other. We should be able to confide in each other. I mean, I like this. We should motivate, inspire, and hold each other accountable. We should be able to talk about things. We should be able to like tell me your deepest fantasies, secrets, and vice versa. Because that's how we build a relationship. We learn how to relate. We learn how to bond. Like you said, the friendship aspect.
Mm,
And we bypass the friendship and we'll jump. Okay, why we can't have these conversations? Why? Like you hear some cats, man, they scared to have deep conversations with their girl. Like
mm,
some dudes, they scared to have deep conversations with their girl. Man, women, they talk about everything.
mm. You
But
better
when they
check.
like,
You better check that group chat she in. You better know they talk about everything. Yeah, they gonna talk about us like a dog. Girl, that nigga ain't laying no pipe. You better know. Hey, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Just to piggyback, and I didn't mean to cut you off, brother, but
nah, you good, you
you
good.
they gonna talk about us. But go ahead, bro. I just had to go ahead and throw that
Yeah,
in now, cause
nah,
that's
you
the
good.
truth.
But like I said, because some dudes, man, they scared to have these conversations with their girl. Like they feel some type, they'll confide to you about what's going on, but they would never tell their girl what how they feel.
Mm, mm,
Like if you
I
feeling
can't
this way,
relate.
you didn't like if you feel this way, like you should better go talk to her. Why we gotta be scared? We gotta walk on eggshell, like why we gotta
Mm,
walk on eggshells around each other when we supposed to be like you said, the friend. You
mm,
should what they say you supposed to marry your best friend. And we don't think about that. We just think, like you said,
mm,
boyfriend, girlfriend. But this supposed to be my ace boon coon. This supposed to be my ride or die. And we put ride shotgun with me, Bunny and Clyde, whatever
mm.
you want to call
Right,
us. But
right,
we gotta have
right.
that. That's what I learned. I learned in this season, man. Whoever I end up getting with, man, hey, develop that friendship first.
Mm,
We're gonna be able to kick it like teenagers. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. Like we gotta be able to talk about everything. You have my back, I have your back.
for sure. That's
But
how
we
it's
gotta get
supposed to
to.
be, brother. It's supposed to be like that, man. I just once again, I think um people say that they want the relationship aspect of of a relationship, but man, I don't think a lot of people don't know how to cater to each other anymore. And I think once again, it's just one of those deals where I think the expectations of being in a relationship is so trash now. Don't nobody know what their role is. Man, it's you expect me to do so much that you won't do for yourself nowadays. And I ain't
Oh
just
yeah.
talking about from a financial standpoint. I supposed to come in loving you. Do you love yourself? That one, man, do you love you? Forget loving me. Do you love you enough to not allow me to just walk all over you? Do you love you enough to, what I'm saying, to hey, um, I'm gonna take care of my mental. Now, what I will say to that is that this is what I'm supposed to be able to come in to do to add on to that. Hey, you supposed to be my piece, right? I supposed to already be coming in on the ground running, already being that man that the Most High God wanted me to be. You're supposed to already see that in me. This is what's supposed to attract you to me. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to know that, oh, this ain't no, this ain't no chump. So if promise up, but this is how I like to look at things. If I was to lose it all today and we are together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how to continue everything that we built together? You know what I'm saying? Until I get back on my feet. You know what I'm saying? As far as I ain't talking about just financial rise, like anything could happen to me financially, right? I could
Yeah.
have lost my job, better that I got laid off. I ain't talking about me doing nothing stupid. I'm talking about, man, hey, stuff that's out of my control. Man, I'm out on disability. Is you gonna be able to pick up that slack and not bitch and complain about doing it? Man, do you love me enough to say, man, like, man, I know what he provided in this relationship. Let me, guess what? I gotta pick up some more extra hours until he gets situated again. Do you know how to do any of that? Instead of me just taking care of you hand and foot. Because I think a lot of us times, man, a lot of us, you know what? My baby, my girl ain't gotta work. She'll stay at home mom. She ain't got to do nothing but take care of them kids. And guess what? If this was the 1950s and 60s to where, hey, the economy called for that, hey, I could agree. But in the day that we live in, man, hey, four heads are better than one.
Yeah.
And and this is why I say, man, I ain't in the deal of just settling. Yeah, and it ain't what my girl can bring to the table. It's man, who are you as the person to know, like, man, hey, this shit falls, man. Hey, is you gonna be able to build this thing, like keep this thing going
Yeah.
until till they get back. Man, a lot of women, and I hate to say it, but a lot of our sisters don't know how to do that. You
Yeah.
know, and this is not a knock, man. Once again, Facebook world, YouTube world, I love my sisters. I love y'all to pieces, man. Y'all the best thing that God created, just to let you know. But a lot of us, a lot of our sisters don't know what it takes. And once again, I don't. It's not the place to blame them all. Them look at the mom. Hey, the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Yeah.
You
If
got
you
hey,
look at it now,
you gotta
look
look
at it now.
at where they come from.
Yeah, 'cause majority of them come from what single mothers.
Hmm.
Nowadays, I mean, I'm not saying I don't want my think that we bashing that, but majority of the average girl you see come from a single mom.
Hmm.
So she never seen the aspect of the man. If that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Now,
Or
of
she did,
course,
or she did have a day, or she did have a dad. He went in the house with her. They just had a baby out of wedlock. They was some have one, married. They just had babies out of wedlock.
right, right,
So they lived in two different houses.
right. And I think this is one of those situations where, man, the value of a man. And once again, I'm not gonna just talk bad about our sisters as if they're all the problem, man. You got some men that ain't worth a damn.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
You see that at
All the
work.
time at work. And so,
And
it's
I ain't
just
talking
one of
about
them.
people. I'm talking about yeah, you
We
know what I'm
just,
saying.
yeah, hey, I know what you're saying, and hopefully they do too, because we ain't in the business of trying to talk down on nobody, bro. Man, we just call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it is, man, I live in a reality to know that, man, what comes with this stuff, man. A lot of us is some ain't shit men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, oh
This
yeah,
is this is the thing that a lot of our sisters like. They like the ain't shit niggas. They like toxicity. And and guess what? And I'm gonna be honest. I was one of them toxic men. And the reason why I say that is because of I was part of the problem instead of being the solution. I settled for a lot. So I was part of that problem of just wanting just to deal with the BS. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So when you realize, like, man, we can have all this about ourselves and don't even realize, like, man, you part of the problem too. And this is what part of the growth came in for me. And like shit, I know what to do and not to do now. So I know what me becoming a part of the solution is. I had to change my whole thought process of how I dealt with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you can be unintentionally of being a toxic person. And I'm gonna tell you what somebody always tell me, man. Hey, you was a willing participant in a lot of the things that you done. And until you realize, hey, the truth is what it is, it's either, hey, you gonna be the solution or you gonna be the problem. And so that just, man, I like to I'm an open book, bro. So I don't mind keeping it a book about me. You know, I think that's the thing. A lot of people want to sell these dreams. I can't sell you shit. Excuse my language, man. I
I
can't
mean,
sell
just
you.
being honest,
Yeah, I can't afford to sell you no dream. You know, what you see is what you get with me. I'm open. You know, I could tell you my flaws and hey, is it you gonna accept the man that I am or you ain't? You know,
I agree.
some people can't deal with no straight forward person, especially if you can talk about you. It ain't nothing that guess what, Jack? You can't tell me nothing bad about me that I don't already know. You can call me short, fat, and ugly. Guess what? Hey, it that don't move me. Hell, I know I'm short.
Right,
I, I ain't hey, I know I'm a little healthy too. So what lie did you tell? See, I think we get offended about the truth. A lot of us can't handle it. So the only thing that we like to take personal shots then is like, man, hey, is it truth or is it a lie? But the thing is, what you gonna do about it?
right.
What you gonna do
That's true.
about it?
That's true.
So, yes, man, you know, it's just one of them things where, like, bro, I want my sisters to know, man, like, man, hey, you know, a lot of us, you know, I like the toxic men and shit, we like the toxic women too. It's not a good combination because you know what problems that come with it.
Yeah. I mean, it come with problems. It really do. But that's when you going back to the knowledge of self and holding self accountable, right? And that's what I look at because if I can't be honest with myself, how I'm gonna be honest with her, and I can't be honest with myself.
Mhm.
Because if I can't be honest with myself, I most definitely can't be honest with her. So
Right.
it's going back to self. Even the scripture says, "No man yet hate his own flesh, but nerves and chariots." That's going back to love yourself, and it's the will of the Most High to love ourselves.
Mhm.
Because if I don't value myself, I can't expect her to value me if I don't value myself.
Mhm.
Like you said, identity, knowing that the Bible says, "Ye are God, we are God."
Mhm.
He tell you are a king, you are a
Right.
priest. These are
Mhm.
things He bestowed upon us, and these are
Mhm.
things that we was never taught. We was taught, "Oh, you're just a Christian, and this is the church you belong to. You remember this something about the church," but was never taught who we are, and we go through life not knowing who we are, and we create. And G, help me with this, and correct me if I'm wrong. By not knowing who we are, we create these problems.
Yeah,
Cause
we
we
do.
all over the place.
We do. We confuse people, man. A lot of us, you know, like to think we got it all together. But it's just like you going back to what you said about that man telling the son, man, I'm a grown man. Hey, you learn something new every day about yourself.
Yeah,
You learn something new every day about this world. You know, because once again, man, we was always taught traditions. You know what I'm saying? We was taught those things, right? But you have to be real with yourself to realize, like, man, hey, I can read. I can I can seek those things, you know, that was once hidden, you know, but it was never really hidden, man. It was always in our face, man. We just never wanted the truth.
mm,
Well, hey, what the scripture say, man? Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, right?
yeah,
Man, that's the thing. We ain't never seek the most high on a lot of things. The only time we ever called upon man was when we was in dire need of something. Lord God, help me get up out this situation. Lord, man, I want look, hey, what's our favorite line? Lord, if you help me, I won't drink another drink no more. But then we
yeah.
turn around and guess what? I'm back, man, pouring up another bottle of that yak. You just told the most high God, man, look, man, you deliver me about this situation, man. Hey, I won't drink again. So you was already flaky in what you were saying then too. I'm pretty sure the Most High God himself was like, nigga, you lie. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that what he said. Nigga, you lie.
because he knows
You know,
anyway.
yeah,
He knows anyway.
yeah, for sure. And so it just, man, once again, man, you gotta, man, you gotta, whew, man, you gotta be real with yourself first of all.
You got to. And in this time in my life, I'm learning how to invest in myself. I'm learning how to get myself in order. Like I said, Lord's willing, I'll be 44 next April. And I'm learning how to be real with myself. I'm learning how to develop structure. I'm learning how to just be disciplined. That's my prayer all the time. I ask the Most High, give me the spirit of discipline. You have not, you ask not. And I ask these things. Like, if any man lack of wisdom, let him ask. These are things we need to be asking the Most High. We asking him for the materialistic things. I'm praying for a house. I'm praying for a car. I'm praying for a spouse. But all we asking for, so we really need the wisdom, the discipline, the understanding. In the book of Daniel, he gave them understanding. He gave them all wisdom, all knowledge, all understanding. And when I read that, that inspired me. Like, man, that's how we supposed to operate on that level, on that aspect of being gods in this world. Because we are a God. And that's a big shout out to Yancey, because, man, we him be talking about this on the ninth floor.
Oh man,
Uh,
shout out to my
uh,
boy Yancey, man.
yeah, I got to do a show. I got to get him on the show, man. He be talking about some deep stuff too. And
Yeah, that boy, that
and
was always a deep brother.
oh yeah, man, we talking about, what up, guys? What up, God? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mhm.
So I love being around brothers like that, like you and many other brothers, man, who is on a whole nother wavelength. It's not about pussy is not the ultimate goal. When
Talk
we
your
adults
noise,
here.
bro. Talk your
I'm saying
noise,
because
bro.
yeah, because some guys, man, think that pussy is the ultimate goal. Man, I'm not. Man, that's just a byproduct. But I
Mm,
look at y'all, man. Y'all looking at life as a whole. Like, man, I'm looking at life long term. I'm looking at where I want to be at. Especially got children. Okay, how I want my children to be set up. And that's why I like telling the brothers like y'all, man, because y'all on a whole nother wavelength. You're not all about,
so
man, pussy, the end, man, pussy. I gotta get this pussy, man. And like you mentioned,
that come
you
from
know,
that come from niggas that don't they ain't never used to get it. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So you gotta understand it's new. Like we're gonna talk about it. We've been in the jail. We've been, when you work so much in that jail, it becomes your second home. You know how that goes, brother. You worked there. You seen with your own eyes, like that's just a revolving whole house if you want the truth. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And it's one of them things where it's like I ain't never had to look. I ain't got to go to the club to go get no poon pie. You know what I'm saying? Because it was there. It's there. So,
yeah,
for us, it's either one or two things you're gonna do, man. You gonna allow that the pussy to come to you, or you gonna chase the pussy. I like to chase the bag. You know what I'm saying? That's always been my thing because when I chase the bag, the pussy gonna follow. So and it's not to say that I'm a trick off on anything, but since we're gonna say tricking, I think we kind of we take that word and use it lightly. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like to me, tricking is when you paying for pussy that you ain't gonna get. You
mm,
know, to a boss, it ain't shit. Look, I like to eat. I don't mind taking you out to eat. You know what come with that too? Hey, 9 times out of 10, if she love your personality, she love the nigga that you is, and oh, you work a lot. Oh, I know you gonna get that. He's a hustle. Hey, she's attracted to what you can do. You know what I'm saying? She's attracted to. Oh, that nigga smell good. This is the look. You paying for what you. Hey, I'm the sole product here. You're buying or you're selling. And I don't need to know. Are you buying or you're selling? And it's one of those things. It's one of those things where, hey, you don't know it already been bought a long time ago. Because guess what they doing? They looking. Man, one thing. Hey, what they say? It's a song by man to R.I.P. to Uncle Chad. That's Pimp C for those that don't know, man. Hey, he always say, you know, hoes want to choose, but these bitches too scared. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
See, Ashley brother, choosing lovers. We all know what it was always the song was about. You know what I'm saying? They choosing from, hey, don't no woman want no broke nigga, man. So guess what? If I don't went and bought, man, a two-piece wing dinner, I did that because guess what? I can afford to do that. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? If I gave it to her,
You work
that
for
ain't
it.
tricking. That ain't tricking. Tricking is for those, man. Look, I'm paying for the conversation and I ain't getting no pussy still. Hey, ooh, I need my rent paid. You gonna pay my rent? Okay, baby. Guess cause she give me that conversation, but guess what? You dumb, you still ain't getting no play. You ain't getting no poon pie from her. You know what I'm saying? You just got you got finessed. Guess what? You're the whore here, buddy. You're the
Yeah.
whore. Hey, she
And you got
finessed you.
okay. Well, you know when you the guy, you ain't even got she. If, when you the guy, she automatically gonna give it up to you. You ain't even gotta ask for it.
Mm-mm,
She gonna give
mm-mm.
it to you.
That's right.
You ain't gotta
Mm-mm.
beg and plead and do all this stuff. She gonna give it to you. And then if she
She don't.
and when if she really into you, you can say, "Hey man, meet me at the park." She just won't be around you.
She just want to be around.
And if you got a
And if
chick
you,
that just want to be around you,
that says
man,
a
you
lot
just be
about
hanging.
you as a. Hey, that says a lot about you as a person.
Yeah, you can say, "Gee," you be like, she been, "Hey, what you doing right now?" You be like, "Hey, now I'm doing this podcast with my boy out of my hometown here in DFW, and after I get done, I'm about to go do some errands. Oh, can I go with you? I'm just running some errands." She just want to be around you. But you know when you talk like this, man, these new age cats, man, don't think that stuff don't exist. They think it's delusional. But y'all
Yeah.
chasing behind. Even I seen a chick on Instagram say this. Man, stop chasing after chicks who don't want y'all.
Mm.
It was a female that said this.
I can believe it.
And I shared it on my story on Instagram yesterday. She said, "Y'all need to stop chasing after women who don't want y'all." And there's a woman that been one of y'all, but y'all overlook her. But she was
Mm.
that one for you.
Mm.
And what do we
Mm.
get so caught up being man that okay, the what okay, we get so caught up in how she look. Okay, her body is fake, the hair is fake, she wearing a lot of makeup, and we oh man, look at her, man, look at her, man. She but then her character is jacked up. She a liability.
Yeah.
She not being an asset. You sitting
Yeah.
here working, she ain't help you at all. You broken down, you beat down mentally, but you looking at man, look how good she look.
Hmm. And I think a lot of that, since you said that, brother, a lot of that come with a lot of insecurities too, man. It's you know, they ain't a lot of time, a lot of them like to say they're doing it for themselves, but you're doing it for the cares of others. You know what I'm saying? Like granted, I know a couple of chicks that done, got their body did, and they never really loved themselves. And I'm not saying that just because you get it, you don't love you, right? Nah, it shows you don't love you,
Yep,
because now you used to be about, you was the average chick. Now you got a little ass on you. Now look, your confidence level is boosting, and I love that. I love a woman who got a lot of confidence about herself.
right.
But look how you using it now. You forget who you really was. Now it's just like, okay, I'm finna run from Tom, Dick, and Harry now. I got this ass. I like any nigga that come and say, ooh, ooh, yeah, you got big ass dude. This what you run into. Now the niggas that you was accustomed to messing with, you don't want them niggas no more. And these was the niggas who was giving you all the play that you desire. You know what I'm saying? But now just because you got, it just I say this, and I don't feel like I hit a home run with the message that I was trying to say about the BBL thing. I'm gonna just say it without being so extra about it. It does. It causes a lot of them already having self issues within themselves, and it just makes it worse. Because just because you still get a BBL, they're still gonna treat you like shit. They're
Yep.
still gonna treat you like you ain't nothing. If you, I can find love when I get this BBL, baby. Hey, if you think that, man, you're delusional, like a mug, man. Niggas still gonna treat you like you ain't shit.
Yeah.
So I just, man, look, don't get me started, bro.
Babe, but the
No,
most thing I love, man, I love the process of life, learning. Like I said, man, I just got back into investments. We were talking about that the other night at work. Investment stuff, man, buying stocks and stuff and letting our money work for us. That's where I'm at now. I'm
right.
thinking long term. So we were having
Mm-hmm.
conversations like that at work. Like I said, man, it's all man, life is what we make out of it. And once you know who you are, man, that your stock rises once you
Hmm.
learn your value, learn your wealth, and so when it comes to that woman, you're not gonna have any woman riding with you. She gonna have to earn that spot. She gonna have to you gonna have to really earn that spot because when you're a man like you on a mission, a man on assignment, you don't need no liability riding with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like I gotta carry you across this finish line. I ain't gonna make it. We could
Hmm.
run this thing together because it's more easy.
Right.
Cause I heard somebody say this. I want somebody to make life easy for me. Okay, if you gonna make life easy for him, it's
Mm.
not all about you, buddy. You know, let's not be
Mm.
naive, buddy.
Mm.
Like it's not one sided. I see people on social media talking about them. Okay, what about this man? If you gonna make it life easy, you supposed matter of fact, the scripture wise, you supposed to be good. You supposed to bring good all his days anyway.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
That's scripture.
Mm. Talk your talk, bro.
But I'm just
Talk your
saying,
talk.
if you're not doing the scripture say you supposed to do good for your husband all his days. So
Mhm. Yeah,
what
it's
you gonna
supposed
be
to be
doing?
my pillow. Look, you're supposed to be my pillow of rest, and I think that's the thing, man. A lot of, since we're gonna piggyback on that, you know, it's once again, man. Everybody need to know their roles in life, man. I think, where that's where we fail at. We don't know our roles as individuals. When you play your part well, man, stuff comes a lot easier, to deal with. Man, do you know how easy it could be, man? Like with us men, it ain't hard to please us. We don't ask for much already. We just look, man, just give me a little time, a little poon pie, every now and then. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, especially if you're on the grind. We ain't talking about the one that are needy niggas. I'm not a
Thirsty.
needy
I know you're
nigga
not.
that,
Yeah, I know you're not thirsty
yeah,
at all.
so yeah, so with us, it's just like, man, look, I just care about, man, hey, the availability. You know how I work, because that's one thing you're gonna notice about me. I work too much to want to just be dib and dab, man. When you got too much time on your hands, you lose. I'm in a winning game right now. I like to win. You know what I'm saying? That's what everything that I do. I like to win, 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 win. And I'm not scared to lose, but that's the thing. You just I'm gonna stay on track with it. You gotta have that winning mentality, man. So I don't ask for much. They give me a little time, a little pussy here and there, and I'm cool. Because everything else, especially if I'm digging you, everything else gonna follow. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? A nigga don't mind paying a light bill here and there. They don't. I'm definitely not tricking, baby. It ain't tricky. Because when you in a business of, hey, I can take care of me and some shit, that ain't tricking. Shit, I'm a boss. That's what you supposed to be able to. Hey, somebody call you, especially if that's your homie level friend. Shit, yeah, she can get whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? She give me whatever. So why I can't return the favor? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It ain't tricking. I ain't look. I'm not in it because guess what? We're not hurting for no pussy. I can't even say poom pie no more. I ain't hurting for no pussy. We ain't hurting for no pussy. It's
Right.
more so, man, what can you do for me mentally? I like for, man, please be my peace. And that's just what
Yep.
what I encourage in a friend. Like, man, like the shit that I deal with on an everyday basis, that like I said, I work like I work. Man, are you gonna be there to just, man, be a listening ear? And I ain't trying to talk about my problems. I'm talking about, man, hey, and man, the shit that I got a lot of dreams and admirations and shit. Man, I be wanting to see where your head be at too. And see if we can have those kind of conversations that make me just say, dang, she has a brilliant mindset. I like to, you know,
That what
see
makes it
what
sexy
else she
right
can
there.
talk about. Yeah, damn. What else she can talk about? What else you know?
Yeah, that
That
makes it
shit is
sexy
a
right there.
bingo. Like you could take a mid chick and she be bad because she's very intellectual. She's smart, she's witty, she's all those things. Like, damn, you know what? This nigga here gives me a peace of mind, bro. I don't have to be why you over there talking to that hoe for? What the fuck you doing? Like, I didn't make her insecure. She know that I'm a people person. You know what I'm saying? She know that she had no need to be insecure. 'Cause that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna talk about you in the light as well as an adult to others. I need you to know this is what I'm gonna do for you. You know what I'm saying? But I need you to be secure within you to know what kind of nigga that I am. I'm I love people. This is one of the reasons why look, I didn't mind being on the podcast, man. Look, I don't even know who the hell looking and who I'm talking to. But I can be me. This is what you get.
Yeah.
So it's one of them deals where, man, should I love a woman who had that self-confidence in herself? Like, I'm piggybacking on what you said earlier, man. It ain't all about the looks, but I damn sure don't want no book about either. But shit, if she can look, if she mid, and when I say mid, because look, I don't want the one every nigga want. That's we gonna keep that a book. I don't want. I ain't chasing after the one everybody else want. You see what I'm saying? Because when 9 times out of 10, if that's the one that they're chasing after, she done been tossed around already. And I don't want it. I don't want nobody else leftovers.
Right.
I'd rather deal with the one that's she's very subtle. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Look, she got her own motion going on. She got this about herself going on. That's what I'm attracted to. You know what I'm saying? And just I just want a woman that's gonna be settled like that. But you know, she got to be a peace of mind. And if you can give me that good conversation, I love a woman that can hold a good conversation, and we ain't just talking about, ooh, I want a Birkin bag. Man, nigga, can you buy your Birkin bag your damn self? If you
You
can't
what?
afford it, man, and look, and I'm sorry, hey, can you buy it for yourself? If you can buy it for yourself, then I can talk about it. We can buy it too. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like I need to be trying to buy you something you can't afford yourself.
Yeah.
Shit. I ain't look. I don't rock Gucci. I don't, ain't never been my thing. I damn sure can afford a lot of the shit, but it's more so on some, man. Look, they ain't never been my skilo. Now, if you like the Gucci bags and shit, hey, if I notice you got you one, hell, it might be from DHK. Hell, guess what I'm gonna do, man? We gonna buy a whole bunch of motherfuckers from DHK too. Then shit, you want your couple dollar baby? Go get you some DHK. That's what you like. I
That's
don't mind
it.
it. See, but you know what? You got some women out here that be, man, I'm talking about be so gassed up. I go in a Gucci store, baby. Nigga, your receipt say DHgate. And I ain't mad at it. Because guess what? That's what Gucci getting it from anyway. They're getting it from overseas like that too. They just overpricing it. I
Yep.
ain't
And
look.
then,
I love them. I love the ones that they keep it a book, which is like, oh baby, look, I like Gucci, but it's from DHgate. It's from wherever Angelus, whoever the hell they is. I don't know, but you know, hell, I can respect that. I can respect that.
yeah.
But
Cause,
the ones that want to flex on you, like, I got this Gucci, Louis, Fendi product. Nigga, you ain't spending no $1,200 on yourself like that, bro. And if you is, more power to you. Then we can discuss, can I buy it for you? I don't mind.
yeah. I'm thinking about this, man. How your bank account look? Is you in the negative?
Okay, nigga.
That,
Hey,
that
I'm in the red.
that's what I need to know. You paying your rent on time? You paying your mortgage on time? You paying your car note? I hope you ain't taking your car note money and buying that stuff. I hope you ain't taking your rent money. They want to come around ask everybody. Nah, you know, rent is due first of the month. You know they was coming up. So if you taking your rent money and blowing it, I don't need you on my team. I don't need you on my
Nah,
squad because you're a liability.
nah. Your
Jack
liability.
gonna
And
make
guess
sure I
what?
pay my rent on time because Jack need a place to live. If I
That
don't pay this
part.
stuff on time, I'm out the door. I'm
Yeah,
just
because guess
saying.
what? Man, look, I'm gonna tell you what a chick told me. And at first I questioned it at first, but then I realized I had to have her go in depth with me on what she was saying. She had us say, man, I don't give niggas money. I looked at her, I said, huh? Nah, I don't give niggas money, especially when you are able-bodied man. You're an able-bodied man. You should be able to be out here trying to, be able to afford your own rent. You should be able to do this and the third. I say continue because I want to hear your logic because you shouldn't have your hand out for me then if that's the case, right? It should
Mm-hmm.
be, but when she broke it down, all she was saying was like, I don't mind doing for my man. See, there's a difference. But if we casually fucking, well, nigga, you shouldn't have no reason to ever ask me for no money. If you ain't my nigga, and I know, one thing I always say, a woman is gonna do what she needs to do to keep that man that she deals with, keep him coming.
Yeah.
And I ain't just talking about sexually either coming. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? She and then I understood her method of why she just say she don't give niggas money. You talking about the niggas that you would casually fuck on.
Right.
Them niggas shouldn't just be because see, we always think just because we can give a woman dick, we got them. Man, women got a nigga for everything. She gonna have that nigga for her shoe money, her rent money, the nigga that she wants some dick from, the nigga that's gonna take it out to eat. She gonna niggas. Women got all type of niggas for what they want them for.
The work husband. The work
Hey,
husband.
I did. Hey, what line do you fall in, my brother? That's the line you need to worry about. What line do you fall?
Mm. The
You
work
know,
husband. That's the
so
one. Well, the work husband want to be consoling her, and the work husband want to be bringing her lunch and stuff, and buying her lunch, and just being there to listen to her problem. She's talking about her man, like what her husband or boyfriend doing. He's sitting there just, you with me, I want,
all them suckers. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. I
but
mean, some.
oh,
You
got
know,
those bad doing. Can't forget about that. G got those who bad
yeah,
doing you a lot
man.
because they want
Yeah,
what you
you
got.
got man. One thing you gotta know, man. Salt ain't gonna kill no. It ain't gonna kill no player. You know what I'm saying? And it's a thing you can. What niggas need to realize is this too, man. When y'all be around here, salt dropping and pillow talking to these bras, man. Especially if these the ones that man we be beating their back in on a lot of the time, man. You know they come back and tell everything you say.
Yeah,
You know I'm talking about tell everything.
yeah,
And this is the thing that they don't even be realizing a lot of the time is that she still gonna come back and come fuck
yeah.
just because you can. I don't know why you fucking with this nigga here, man. That nigga ain't shit. That nigga there ain't got no money. Yeah. Hey, but guess what? And excuse me, I hate to make this podcast a little triple X rated, but she's still gonna be on that freaky shit with us, regardless of if you try to, sawed us down as if man you doing us a favor by oh I'm gonna take her from this nigga here, then the third. It don't work like that, bro. It don't
So
work
you know
like
what? You
that.
can't be that knight in shining armor coming in, want to save the day, huh? Dun, 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 coming to save the day.
Mm,
Want to be that
mm-hmm.
knight in shining armor with a cape. I'm gonna save her.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing. Um, I'm just not in the business of saving somebody who can't save themselves. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, we all need a lifeboat. We all need a life. Man, what's the little donut that be on the boats? Man, we all be needing them right there, man.
Yeah,
Uh, we all need some form, like if we get down, because it can happen to anybody.
yeah, I can.
But but if you're not willing to help yourself, man, what you want from me? Have you put in the
Yeah,
work to go do what you need to do to help yourself?
that's it. Cause
Hey,
that's
I
what I
don't
look at.
mind. I don't mind helping somebody who wants to help themselves.
Yeah. Especially it's a person who don't never ask for help and they come to you ask for help, something was up. You be like, nah, you know what? She never asked me for help, so it gotta be something really going on. Cause she, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? If that type of aspect, I come to ask you for help, you like, you know what? It must be really something going on. For Jack to ask me for help, it must be really going on then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
That's different.
yeah,
But somebody on a regular, like, hey, I'm short this month. Hey, I'm short on this.
nigga, you was short last month. What you doing with your money?
That's now we got to question some things. Like, come on, it's like what we
Shit.
need to do. We got to go back to the
Look,
drawing board. We got to sit you down. We need to do a
hey,
budget.
say Jack, they goddamn, they won't look. Nigga, look, I know I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night with this thing, baby. Look, man, look. I ain't no trick. Now I don't mind giving you a couple $100 to pay you, but you just asked me the same shit you asked me last month. You must forgot oh you were thinking you talking to somebody else. Look, send out send out a chain message to everybody to see if she can get the same response. Sorry, baby. I look. I'm out a lot of favors at this point because it shouldn't be no reason why. Look, and I done gave you I done gave you a whole little scholarship. You know what I'm saying? I just I'm not in the business of man, what's the word I'm looking for? Damn. And it look to mess me up, man, because that I done had that shit happen before, man. But look, you don't look that for somebody and then they come back and ask you the same shit again. Like, look, I'm not your sponsor. I
Yeah,
ain't look,
exactly.
I got kids, you know, nigga,
So then,
I'm not trying to add on the third. Look, I'm daddy to somebody in the world for real. You know what I'm saying? Look, god damn, what more you want? What
and like I
more
said,
do you want from me?
yeah, you like I said, you got your own children. You gotta feed them, take care of them. I can't take care of a grown person. You grown. I mean, you're an adult, and if you are having a problem financially, that means we need to sit down and we need to go over your budget. You know how much you make.
No, hey, you need to go call social service. Look, go call them services. What's it? Pound 211. Go call them. They can give you all the help and advice you need in life, man. They know how they got programs out there for you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
that
ain't
that's
one
like a
on.
right. Go that sound like a what, personal problem, man. That's a personal problem. Like what you spending your money on? I mean, what you buying? You know?
Hey, probably tricking over here. They look, they tricks too. They be tricking too.
Oh man,
Don't get it twisted now. They trick too.
yeah, you gotta be careful. Even to the fellas, man, that's listening, man. Protect your empire, man. Protect your empire, man. Do not allow that lust to allow, man. You know, I heard, man, I did a back at home when I was in Mobile, man. I remember I did an engagement. It was somewhere. Anyway, C now was one of the speakers there, and C now said something very profound. He said, "One bad decision can cost you a lifetime of pain."
Mm, I agree. I agree.
And we don't think like that. He said one bad decision costs you a lifetime of pain. And we don't think like that because it going back to being disciplined. I tell you, man, protect your empire. We gotta learn how to protect our empire because the Bible do says no weapon formed against us shall prosper. I mean weapons gonna form, but they won't prosper. But going back to what I'm saying is protecting our assets, protecting our name. We don't respect our name, G.
Hmm. Hmm. You're right. Uh, it's because we don't have an identity. You know, it's hard to protect something you don't know what you are, what you have. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Once again, this is one of those things where man, like, hey, we make the money that we make, but if you're not investing in yourself or investing in something that's gonna give you a return, how you gonna know what you're protecting? You ain't,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. It costs to go to war. You know, a lot of people don't even realize it take money, right? If we looking at it from that aspect, you know, if if America didn't have this trillions of dollars or trillions of assets that they have, you think they'd be willing to go to war when they're gonna continue to lose money? And America got so much money that came from the backs of us, man, it don't make no sense. They still got money, money, money. And it's just one of them things where they're gonna protect their assets and take some.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a strategy, that they're gonna continue to use. And it's just to go back to what you said, man, you gotta protect what you worked hard for.
You
I'm
better.
not prime example. Ooh, I gotta say this prime example. We got a badge, man, that I don't work hard to become a deputy, right?
Yeah.
Man, that's the hardest thing to obtain now.
I believe it.
Uh, but it's so easy to get taken away. And I'm gonna tell you what, this is why I don't leave conversation with money. I don't come to the table with women about what I make, how much, what I'm working, and all this and the third, because that's a man, you now became a liability more
Mm-hmm.
than an asset. You became a liability to yourself because now all the thing they're gonna want to use you for is what you can offer, which is money. They don't see nothing else about you besides, oh, this nigga here got the bag, right? Now, with that being said as well. when you start being like that now, guess what? I done seen it too many times where we done had brothers that worked in the jail or as deputies. Guess what? They get into it with one of these bras, man, and guess what? Oh, he going to jail for family violence. Damn, that nigga
Oh,
done
shit,
lost
everything.
everything. That nigga done lost everything. Nigga done been at the county for 20 years. Of that one bad decision. That one bad decision. Might have mushed our ass. Get out of my way. He hit me. Well, you done lost the bag just because of that little mush. Man, get out of my face. You might have been protecting yourself. But because she said you hit her, now you've been charged with family violence. You see what I'm saying? You done
And all
lost
your business
everything.
out there.
Not only that, you done lost everything you done worked hard for. Your retirement gone. Everything that you done worked hard for was gone. Just off that one decision. This is why it's very important to us, brothers. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you off the back. I ain't put my hands on none of you women out there. I love you too much, yeah, but I'm gonna tell you this. 911, what seems to be your emergency? Hey, I'm calling the cops on your ass. Yeah, going to jail. You think I'm going to jail? I ain't look, I'm not letting a finger. You can put your paws and claws on me all you want, baby. You can whoop my ass. Hey, she whoop my I'm gonna tell. Yeah, she whooped my ass, y'all. But guess what? Yeah, going to jail.
Hey, you
I
better
don't
get some.
mind. Hey,
Hey,
because guess what?
you better put your
I ain't
legal
letting you
team
take,
together.
I ain't letting you take what I worked hard for away from me.
Yeah,
Yeah, going to jail, baby. I don't
you better put.
mind. Hey, niggas might say, nigga, ain't you the law? Hell yeah. But I'm smart. I ain't finna whoop your ass. I probably can beat, I'm talking about beat her all the way the fuck up if I wanted to. But why do that when I'm losing everything that I worked hard for?
Right. You better
You know what I'm
get your legal
saying?
team.
Hey,
Better get your legal team. Better get you some lawyers on your side and
hey,
protect yourself.
yeah, that's what I mean by protect. I'm making sure I call this in. You ain't gotta call the cops. I'm calling the cops first. I'm gonna
Yep.
make sure I'm making sure I protect my assets. Because
You got to.
I'd be goddamn if I'm gonna allow you to, and I think that's the thing, man. Man, nowadays men don't even think, man. Niggas get so emotional now.
They
They
do.
don't think. They don't think. They don't even think about, man, what's the outcome gonna happen after this. They don't think about, man, like, oh man, I'm gonna lose everything.
You seen that back at
I'm,
home in Mobile. At 1 year, the domestic violence. You seen this back in Mobile was so high at one time in Mobile, man. These young dudes, man, killing their baby mama, man. And that, like you seen that's on the news back in Mobile at one time, man. These young dudes, man, killing their baby mama, man.
look, if the pussy is that amazing, sir, that you feel like you need to knock her off, sir, it ain't one for you for the jump. Okay. It
And they were pretty
it's
girls.
a it's man, look, I don't want to love nobody to death. I don't want to love nobody to death. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to love me to death. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't love. That's some toxic shit.
Yeah,
Man, if you feel like, man, hey, I done had so many chicks, man, after you try to y'all get into it real bad, man. They want you to come dick them down real good. I don't want to do that shit no more, bro. I don't want to goddamn out, man. We done fought hard. Let's go in here and fuck. I don't want to do that shit no more. I don't want to have to, man. Look, I don't want to put myself in a position to ever have to feel like I gotta fight one of my beautiful sisters. Yeah, I don't want to fight you. I don't even like arguing no more. Look, it done got to the point, Jack. I don't even like arguing. I shouldn't even have to argue with you.
nah. Especially, cause think about it. I know you a deputy now, and you dealing with the world. You dealing with politics. You already getting beat down. So you leave that door. You leave your place of residence. You already getting beat down by the world. You don't need to come home to World War III. Home for peace, serenity. Your sanctuary. Not World War III. Like, dang, I'm already getting beat up in the world. Now I gotta come home and get beat up.
Bro, you know how, man, we see that shit so often, bro.
You
Like
gotta wait in the driveway in the parking lot just to go in. Cause she, oh man, I gotta wait, man. I'm to late about 10 minutes to get my thoughts together before I go in, or
man, hey,
bypass the house to go somewhere.
brother, you said a lot. You said a lot. Man, do you know, bro, you ain't happy. I done been there where you had to sit in the car and done been at home for about a whole 30 minutes or an hour, and you, God damn, I don't even go in this motherfucker. And you feel the tension as soon as you walk in the door. It ain't no, so how was your day? Mm. So this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, God damn. Can a nigga get a, hey, baby, how your day? Do you know what the fuck I had to deal with at work today? You more concerned about, I don't want to hear shit about what happened on Love and Hip. I don't give two fucks about it. And I just want, look, what's my meal? Baby, I'm finna go run your, look, go ahead and eat. You look like you had a long day, boy. Hurry up and eat so I can go run your bath for. Nigga, do you know what the, well, you know what the fuck you can get from me? You know what you get from me, man? If you can get, baby, how's your day? Oh, is it having this? Okay, hurry up and eat. I'm finna go run your bath water. It ain't even about the freaky shit that I'm thinking that's gonna come afterwards. It's the fact that, man, you thought enough about me to just, babe, I know you had a hard day. I know. Look, you know how the wife will say, sir, thank you for your service. Man, do you know I want to feel like that when I come home too? Thank you for your service. I look, I know what you do out there. Baby, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, King. Look, that's when that shit start meaning something. Hey, I don't give a damn about no good morning, my king. Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that, man. Look, that right there, right? Look, that takes the I'm talking about the add the cake to
Make it
everything.
easy for you. Make it easy for you.
Woo, woo.
As a matter of fact, you ain't even gotta tell her. She automatically gonna do it. She just scope. Okay, I see what he need. Let me go ahead and take care. You ain't gotta say nothing. She just gonna automatically just take care of it. Like what you did? Yeah. Oh, I see you need his clothes. I'm taking your clothes. I see you need to wash your clothes and stuff like that. I mean, that right there is attractive to me. Like she just coming in and
Mhm.
seeing what you need. You ain't gotta say nothing. She just coming in and putting the work with you. She see that you out there doing your thing. She just say, you know what? I'm his help me. I'm just gonna help him out. I see he needs help with this. I'm gonna help him with that. That's it right there to me. Like she just coming in helping you. Hey, I got your uniforms ready. I took your uniform to the cleaners. It's got them clean. I picked them up for you. Like, man, you did that? Yeah.
Man, hey, where you at? Where you at? God damn it. Where those kind at?
I said, what time you only me to have lunch with you today? Like I said, what time you meet for lunch? I got lunch for you. We gonna meet for lunch. Hey, lunch on me today. Cause you know, but she because you know you the man. She know that you doing your part as the man. It's just that part where she just it just like you said, seeking first the kingdom of God, man, and his righteousness, and that woman gonna be added to you. When we become that better man, you gonna that better woman gonna come in. I just believe, G, you just walk right into it and you'll know it. When you least
Man,
expect, you're not going out here like, man, I gotta go look for somebody. They gotta go look for somebody today. You just go on about your daily grind, your daily business, and you just walk right into it. Like, man, you know what? This is it.
mm,
I know this is it because I ain't want even expect it. It's that ram in the bush. Like,
mm, that ram in the bush.
yep.
That's exactly, hey, that's exactly what it be, man. You know, man, you just said so much, bro. Gotta love our sisters, man. The ones that really wanna, show their work to us as well, man. You want to show them and give them that appreciation as well, man. Like gotta love them, man.
Oh
Got
yeah.
to,
Oh yeah, most definitely
got
got
to.
to, man. And we did, cause man, we had a great time on here. Man, we're almost about
Mm-hmm.
to, man, yeah, we've been on to 11. It's 12:51 now. We're almost pushing
Yeah,
2 hours. But
that's a,
I'm glad we had this conversation, man, because even though we live stream, matter of fact, before we go in the first, I want to give a big shout out on the Instagram side. Big shout out to Carl Roberts on the Instagram side for watching us. Big shout out to Jay watching us on the Instagram side. Big shout out to my cousin watching us on the Instagram side. So big shout out to everyone who watches us on Instagram and many other from LinkedIn. Big shout out to those who watching us, and big shout out to those who are gonna tune in and watch the replay as well. We got to ready to depart. It's almost that time, and I know you are a very productive man, sir, and I'm very respectful of your time. So, G man, do you
so
have any words of advice? Any word? Be also, man, get big shout out to Lo as well. I know she won't be able to make it on this
shout out
episode,
below.
but yeah. So this is a show that we're gonna be doing together. So big shout out to her. We're gonna be doing it inside of a studio. So be on the lookout for that. So we're looking forward to when we do these things in the studio that you better come next time and sit in the studio and be able to talk and chop it up
So
here on the show, man. Because basically, we want to do, we want to make sure we bring in great information, but take it to the next level that we are developing people. But man, big shout out to her
yeah.
as well, man. So before we get to the part, G man, any word of advice, any signs of wisdom that you want to leave here with the audience as well, live streaming on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and those who are gonna tune in the near future and watch it.
Man, man, hey, God is the greatest, man. God is the greatest. I appreciate this opportunity, man. Jack, man, you've been a good dude, man. Man, shit, man. We've been rocking. I've been at the county for years, man, and I really say, man, bro, you've been a brother to me. Especially when I moved on night shift, man. We did a lot together.
Yeah.
We did a lot together, bro. You know, I say this, man. It's a pleasure, and an honor to put once again, man. You allow me on your platform. I would have never saw myself doing nothing like this, bro. I love people, but I would have never thought I'd be able to just talk to a phone
Right.
like this, bro. And hell, especially for 2 hours,
I know, right?
it's been it's been very informative. You know, shout out to the city, you know, Mobile, y'all, this is what y'all gave to us, y'all allow y'all really raised some great men. I'm proud of where I come from, you know, I'm a product of it, raised in Tomerville all day long, man. You know, this is this is what they gave me. What you see is what you get, man. And I'm very appreciative of this opportunity again, bro.
And I appreciate you, man, for taking time out your schedule to come on in and worked out. I know you told me your off days. You say it worked out. And we got up there and did it and we made it happen, brought it to fruition. Like I said, big shout out to the Mile Town Mobile. Like I said, Mobile always been my home. Big shout out to them. For those who doing great things back in Mobile. But it was just that time to depart out of Mobile. Like I said, I grown and you know what I'm saying? Mobile, Mile Town, always be Mile Town. No, but it's just like I know the most I got work for us to do here in the
For
state of
sure.
Texas. It's some people that he wants to reach. He wants some people that he wants to meet. And no, sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it, man. So I applaud you, man. Keep up the great work, which I know you will, and all other great stuff, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna hold you up because it's about to be 1 o'clock. We did 2 hours. But hey, at least we talked about something.
Yeah, we got a
So
lot. Hey, it's a lot accomplished, man. Like this is how this is good, bro. This is what was needed.
yep.
This is what definitely was needed, bro. Like I'm very appreciative of this opportunity, man. And hopefully, man, when you and Lo get together, man, shit, I need to be a part of that cast, man. I need to, cause with Lo gonna talk that noise, man.
Oh yeah,
And
man. Great.
it's gonna always gonna be good to have a woman's perspective of 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 life in general. But she gonna get it to you straight raw.
Oh
And
yeah, most definitely.
I love to talk some noise with Lo. I ain't seen her damn near like a year and a half, almost 2 years, man. So I love. We'll talk about that later, bro. But I want to be on that cast, man, where we could just chop it out, all three of us together, man.
Oh yeah, man. Like, looking forward to it. Like I said, man, big shout out to her. For just like I said, man. God just would connect you with people, and it just be least suspected, stuff like that, and just to be able to build a relationship with her, and to get to know her, and she get to know me as well, because people will bring the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? They will challenge you, and it's a good challenge in a way, but challenge you to grow, evolve into greater things that people see in you. That makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. For
So
sure.
always appreciate the people that God put in your life, man. Respect the people that God put in, love the people, and blood don't make you family, man. Blood
Yeah,
don't
for
make
sure.
you family,
For
man.
sure.
You'll
Hey,
just
man. Hey,
know.
you said something real then, my boy. That's
Yeah,
a
so I
fact,
said
Zach.
she just got two kids from Alabama on her side. So they just want to say that
Yeah.
you got two guys, two
Hmm.
boys from Alabama on your side. So big shout out to her again. Big shout out to
Yeah.
everybody, man, for tuning in. We about to get ready to depart. We'll be back here tonight here on the Walking His Ways Impact Voice podcast with the Kingdom Chick herself, Miss Nancy C out of Miami, Florida. I got another brother that's coming on. I call him M Man, another brother, man, another intelligent brother, man. He into the Most High as well. Uh, Books, everything. So we're gonna be talking, chopping up here tonight at 7 o'clock. So man,
Okay.
I was telling Yancey today. I said, man, I'm just gonna be doing content. The days that I'm on, I got two shows today. One with you. I got another one tonight at 7. I got another one tomorrow at 7. I'm just putting this work, man. I'm
Yeah, for sure.
putting this work, working out, reading, because in the morning, Lord said the same. Your boy getting up at 3 in the morning. I'm going to hit this gym because I ain't worked out
Okay.
within the past 2 days. So I'm
That's
working out,
commitment.
eating right. Yeah, eating right, working on me, learning me, developing me. I got to be about my business. So that's how I look at it, G, man. I don't got to be about my business. So
Yeah. Hey, brother, I'm proud of you, bro.
I'm proud of
Man,
you, man.
y'all,
I really
man, I
am.
appreciate that, bro. Man, hey, y'all make sure y'all be tuned in to Walking His Ways Impact Voice, man. Y'all show my boy some love, man. It's really on some positive, you know what I'm saying, some positive stuff, man. Y'all just make sure y'all show that man some love, bro. He really be doing his thing though, man. I'm once again I'm proud of him.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And also, we gonna be doing a lot. But like I said, man, I, I just invested to a camcorder. I got him some small mics so we can start doing some interviews on the outside. So man, big shout out to Peyton Jackson. We're gonna be doing an interview with her. She's actually running for US Congress in the state of Texas.
A word, okay.
Fire and we're gonna be doing a matter of fact, she's gonna be speaking at Fort Worth on August the 5th at their city hall. And
Okay.
me and Lowe's gonna do an interview with her the next Tuesday.
Okay.
So looking forward to that as well, man. It's all about, man. I don't know all they got in the store. I'm just going along with the ride. I'm just
For
going
sure.
along with the ride.
For
Just
sure,
going
man.
along with the ride, man. Because it's some great people here in the state of Texas, man. So big shout out to the state of Texas.
For
But
sure.
we still Alabama. You know what I'm saying? It's still
Yeah,
Alabama
yeah.
all the way through. So roll
Yeah,
tide, I
all
don't care.
my roll tide, you know.
So that's how it is. But man, G, I'm not gonna hold you up, man. We be here all day. It's already two. Man, we did 2 hours. So man, we thank everybody, man. Y'all enjoy y'all
For
day,
sure.
and I'll see y'all here tonight at 7 o'clock here on
Yes, sir.
Walking This Way Impact Was podcast. Big shout out to Low and also the Just Saying podcast. This on the beginning of many great things. So peace, everybody.
All right, my brother.
Peace.
All right.